Hi everyone and welcome to the Haunted Connection show. It's been a little while, but we are back. It's good to be back and we've got lots of news and lots of things to tell you. So we're here at the Haunted Antiques Paranormal Research Centre, or should I say the Paranormal Research Centre.
One day.
Which includes the Haunted Antiques Centre. So we're here bringing this to you. We are really pleased to be back. It's lovely to be chatting to you all again. And we're going to be talking tonight about the ParaMeet.
We are.
Big news all round. We're first going to discuss the ParaMeet that's just gone. So if you were there, if you came to see us and you joined in, then let us know your thoughts, let us know your comments, because I know we had a really fantastic weekend. We've had a lot of positive feedback. We've also had some other feedback which we are looking at, and we're also trying to address all the problems that came up. Well, I wouldn't say there were that many problems. There were just things like a power cut, and it was more to do with the venue and the management there, but we're going to get all that sorted out for next time. So, with me tonight is our illustrious leader.
Oh, who's here? Yeah, so if you're at ParaMeet this year, please leave your comments and tell us your honest opinion. We thought, how do you think it went, Jane?
I loved it. I've always loved the ParaMeets for whatever sort of form they were in, whether it was just the Saturdays, the open days that we used to do, and the last few years where we've done the big events, the big annual events, and it's just great to get everybody together. It's lovely to see people. It was just a great event. I loved it.
It was, it was good. Very stressful. ParaMeet is always very stressful until the day comes.
Well, one of the things I really did like about it was actually staying on site. Because the year before, when we were at Bosworth Hall, we were travelling backwards and forwards to the centre all the time.
Yeah, we were.
We?
That was hard work.
But it was just really lovely being on site. And being there, it was, it made a massive difference.
So Jacqueline says, I loved it. Lorian says, I loved it too. So, of course, you are all tuning in tonight to find out where we're going next year.
Whee!
But I'm going to let you hang on a bit longer. So the ParaMeet was a success. It's not perfect yet, but it's only the second big one that we did. So we're learning. We're still learning.
We had amazing speakers as well. The amount of positive feedback we've had from the speakers, we've not had any bad things about. We've not had any feedback come back that wasn't positive about all the speakers, and everybody just found all the speakers so interesting, so informative. It was a nice mix as well. It was a nice range of speakers. I think the only thing that people said was they were sometimes a bit disappointed because they couldn't get into the room, and we thought we'd got a bigger room. We thought we'd be all right this time, didn't we?
Yeah.
But next time it's going to be an even bigger room.
There's going to be plenty of room at all three next year. Tonight we can announce 2 locations. We're going to tell you all 3 dates, so you know when they're going to be. But the Midlands one, we're just waiting for an email confirmation. Because we can't really say it until we got it in writing, to be honest. Because I made that problem last year, didn't I? I didn't get things in writing. Alistair said yes, it was great, and so were the speakers. Ant said patience, Lauren. She says she got none. Alistair said shame about the room. Yeah, we are addressing the size of the speakers room next year. Everyone, it's at least double the size, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the speakers room's at least double the size. So I know at least one. You can get 100. We're going to get 150 people in there. So
are you talking about the Midlands one? 180.
180 for the Midlands one. We're going to be able to get 180 people to watch the speakers.
And that's in the same room as the awards are going to be held in.
So shall we put them out of the miseries?
Let's read some comments.
Okay then. Kathy says absolutely loved every minute. Diane says had an amazing time. Everyone was so friendly. And Tanith says, gutted I missed this year. Yeah, yeah, a lot of people couldn't make it this year, whether it's because of the date or the location. But these things happen, and that's one of the reasons we've chosen to do 3 next year. So we are gluttons for punishment. We are doing ParaMeet South, ParaMeet Midlands, and ParaMeet North next year. Hallie says, loved it. So many wonderful people. Yeah, I think that's the main thing about ParaMeet.
Yeah.
It's so friendly, and everyone who makes comments to us says how friendly it is. Why that is, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think it's because we don't come with any ego. We don't, the intention that we put into that venue, into the organising and everything is really without any ego. And we want it to be as welcoming and as friendly as possible for everybody.
Lorianne said, is it sad? It's the highlight of my year. No, it's not sad. Ant said it's going to be one hell of a year. It is, Ant. Ellie says, love it. So many wonderful people. And she says, feels like a family. Jacqueline says, my poor dog will have to at least 3 holidays next year. Yeah, it's like Ant said, it's going to be one hell of a year next year. We've got lots in the pipeline besides the ParaMeet. But the ParaMeet's evolved, hasn't it? I'm dangling. I'm letting them teasing it. The ParaMeet started. It wasn't our idea, actually. It was
Ali Keys.
Ali Keys' idea. So thanks, Ali. He suggested once a month opening the centre up for small paranormal teams to come and meet us and get to know each other, and that's how we started. Then we had this idea of making a big one, didn't we?
Yeah, and that sort of ran into up to lockdown.
Yeah, and then
we did it once a month.
COVID hit us, didn't it?
Yeah.
So we did ParaMeet online, didn't we?
We did. Yeah.
Yeah, can you remember that? Yeah. So we did ParaMeet online, and that was so successful. Ant says, can Neil do a speak next year about Hannah? I don't think so. Donna says, hi, I'm definitely joining next year. I was gutted I couldn't make it this year. Vicky says, can't wait. Lauren, tell us. You're very impatient tonight, Lauren. John says, I missed previous 2, hoping I can attend the South one. So.
Yeah, and there's going to be,
go on then.
If you do intend, well, Neil, if you do intend to go to all 3 ParaMeets, there's going to be a bit of a bonus for you.
Yeah, there is. There's also an early bird reduction in the ticket prices. Mark says, morning. I saw your comment this morning, Mark, on Facebook about you're hoping it's going to be in October. Well, keep watching.
I nearly said it then.
Okay, so shall we tell them? Shall we start telling them?
Yeah, you can't wait, can you?
No, I can't wait. Okay, ParaMeet South. Lauren says, oh, I'm too disorganized for early bird, but I'll be there. Okay, ParaMeet South will be taking place on the weekend of the 13th and 14th of April 2024 at Lee Park Hotel. I can put a picture on because I'm going clever. Let me put a picture on Lee Park Hotel. Okay, that is Lee Park Hotel where ParaMeet South is going to be held.
That was good. Have you been practicing?
I don't just throw these shows together. So that's April the 13th to the 14th. All the details on the locations and everything. Let me get the comments back up. Oh, I've lost the comments. Oh gosh. I'm not that clever then, am I? Alistair says you haven't mentioned the t-shirts yet. I'm coming to that. Lauren says, oh, Hallie says my birthday weekend. Oh wow. Paul says, I know someone that might want to have a stall. I'll message you later. Thanks, Paul. And John says my birthday weekend. So that is April the 13th to the 14th. We've got 4 different rooms booked. So the speakers room is huge. We're going to have vendors again, which we will work out. We've got to go down. Jane and Julian, perhaps I will go down to the 2 locations that we've booked to have a look to get final figures and everything. So that's ParaMeet South. Lots of comments, which is good. ParaMeet Midlands will be the next one. I can't give you the locations because, like I said, I'm waiting for. Oh, you kind of says, "Call me thick," but where is it? It is in Wiltshire. It's not far from Bath, so it's about 2.5 hours from Leicester, from us.
Yeah, it's not far.
So that is south. It's in Wiltshire, near Bath or Bath. Bath. It's Bath to us. So that's the south one. Paul said which towns it's near. It's near Bath. So I'm looking forward to that one. The ParaMeet Midlands, it's going to be in Hinckley, so it's South Leicestershire. I can't say the name because I'm waiting for an email, and that will be the 29th to the 30th of June. And that will coincide with the 1st anniversary of Ghost Planet Network.
Yeah, which will mean that's where the awards, the new GPN awards, will be taking place.
Yeah. So, what are the GPN awards, Jane?
Well, it's going to be a very nice do. It's going to be best bib and tucker stuff, isn't it? And
I'm going to wear shirt and collar.
Yeah,
tie and collar.
It'd be nice if it's proper stuff. Proper stuff. But these are awards for. It's going to be split into 2. So you've got your GPN awards, haven't you?
Yeah.
And your non-GPN awards. So I'll let you explain a little bit more in detail about that.
Alistair says sleep over at HABRC. That's always possible, of course. Anne says, can I wear kilt for where you wear what you want? And that'd be funny. The GPN awards, like Jane says, the awards in June at the Hinckley one is been to do. GPN section will be for shows that are being shown on Ghost Planet Network. And the other section, I think there's about 7 awards in each one. So there'll be about 14 awards. The second section is for non-GPN shows. So we're really excited about that.
We are, because it's going to be a really nice evening. So instead of sort of party night or doing a big seance, we're going to sit down and we're going to have a nice meal and we're going to have the awards. We're going to, and there's going to be some singing and got singers.
Yes, we've got singers. We've got a fantastic local band.
So it's just going to be a really nice annual paranormal event.
Yeah, I didn't say with the South one, we're not going to have a big party at the end of it. We're going to book a room and we're just going to have tables and comfy chairs where we can just sit and talk all things spooky all evening. So that's each one's going to be slightly different. So that's
and there's going to be slightly different speakers as well, because we're going to the core speakers who want to come back will be there, but some of them there may be some slight changes in the south and in the north, depending on who's available and who wants to come.
Yeah, I will be, over the next few days, I will be speaking to the speakers who are ParaMeet this year, see if they want to come back or which ones they wanted to come and do. So that's what we're doing. So that's the June one. Like I said, it will be in Hinckley. So it's nice and local for us. And to me, it's the ParaMeet Midlands is about meeting people as always, and the GPN Awards, which is going to be really posh, isn't it?
Yeah. Julie and myself have already been, had a good look around the venue. I'm really quite excited because it's actually sort of in a self-contained part. The whole thing is in a self-contained sort of downstairs area. And so we've got a big room for all the speakers, and there's even enough room for some of the stalls around the outside. There's another 2 rooms where the stalls can be, and it's got a bar as well. And there's going to be tea and coffee, and it's going to be great.
With all 3 locations, the bedrooms will be down to you to book your own bedroom, because that was a bit of a nightmare this year.
Yeah, and the hotel did let us down quite badly, quite close to the event regarding the bedrooms and pricing and stuff like that. So that's not going to happen again. So as soon as we get, because we're going to get some sort of code or some sort of password where when you book, you'll get a bit of a discount because of your booking onto the event.
Yes. All 3 locations do have a haunted room or bedroom. So I'm hoping the Haunted Happenings guys, Vicky, will come back to all 3 again. Paul says that I'm Googling Hinkley hotels now. So I'm hoping the Haunted Happenings, obviously I will speak to Hazel again. They do have their own haunted bedrooms. The one in Hinkley's actually got 2, hasn't it, at least?
Yeah, but it was originally
an old house.
1 big bedroom, but they've split it into 2, so you've got 2 haunted bedrooms now.
Yeah. The one in Hinkley doesn't look as cool as the other 2.
I think it does though, because there is an old building there, section. And I'm going to go soon. Probably drag Neil along with me because we couldn't get access to the haunted room because it had got some people staying in there at the time. But we are gonna, we have been invited back to go and see the haunted rooms. Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm going to ask if the Haunted Happenings guys will do the same for all 3, like they did at Browns-Over Hall, because that was a huge success.
Yeah, everybody was so pleased with that.
That was a huge success.
The amount of positive feedback we had for that was just amazing. And I think it was down to the hosts, wasn't it? Vicky and her team.
I'm not sure about Vicky.
They did an amazing job.
They did, yeah.
And the feedback that we had was just brilliant.
And those guys, I think Vicky said 19 hours of investigating that weekend.
Yeah. And one of the, just throwing this in from the last ParaMeet, one of the things I really, really loved was actually coming down in the morning, and I sat with Vicky and a couple of the others, and we had breakfast. And that was just fantastic. You don't get that very often, do you, when you're investigating with people?
Vicky says Neil rude. I'm only joking. I love you really, Vicky. So yeah, the Haunted Happenings guys worked so hard that weekend. We basically just left them to it, didn't I?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Which is great, because that is a section of the ParaMeet this year that I could just forget about, which is good. So yeah, Sharon says, where will it be? I missed it. I think I've not announced the hotel yet, Sharon, but it will be in Hinkley, so not far from us. It's a stone throw from the centre.
Yep.
If you got a strong arm.
Or a big catapult.
It's not Bosworth Hall. In case anybody asks, we won't go back to Bosworth Hall. Okay then. So that's the Midlands. The North one, Vicky says, yes, we did 19 1-hour vigils. All were super active. It was an absolute pleasure to do it. All for you, Neil. The guys were already been primed and ready. You count on us. Okay then.
Oh.
So the ParaMeet North, that is going to happen on the weekend of the 19th to the 20th of October next year. And that will be held at Lumley Castle, which is not in Cheshire, which I thought it was. But Mr. Stevenson told me, no, it's in Durham, Neil. So let's put a picture of Lumley Castle up for you. And this one is amazing.
Oh, blinked and missed it.
Oh, there we are. That's Lumley Castle, and that's where ParaMeet North is going to be. As you can see, an amazing location. all these locations are sort of seem so keen on allowing us that there. All three I've passed on to, because at this year's ParaMeet I said we're going to work close with Jane Mortimer from Wheelie Haunted. So I've passed all the details on to Jane the other day, and she's going to sort of anonymously contact all three because she knows the questions to ask about disability access. They've all told us they've got wheelchair access.
Yeah, well, I can confirm that the one in the Midlands has.
You nearly said it then, didn't you?
No,
I did. Mark says, I stayed there a few weeks back. Great venue. It looks great. I've not been. We will go up. So that's October the 19th to the 20th. So are we all excited? Are you excited?
I am very excited.
Are you not thinking?
Now we've actually sort of got them booked and the dates and stuff. It's we can now start putting the meat on the bones, and it's it's exciting times.
Are you not thinking, what the hell are we took on this?
No, Dad, I don't think about it because I might just keel over and pass out.
So that's okay. Some pricing info now we're going to give you, because we don't, with the vendor. We'll start with the vendors because we don't want too many people selling the same stuff. The vendors this year will have to apply. Let me just read comments. Excited now, book the weekends now, so don't go double booking myself. Tanner says was investigated last weekend with Jane of Wheelie Haunted. Great night. Ellie says planning holidays already. Vicky says super excited, can't wait. Please send me the date properly so I can get the gang sorted for getting in the dates off ready. Anne says, do I need to max my credit card now? You can max it by giving it me, and if you want. Mark says North might be doable for me. That'd be good. Anne says I'll private message you. So yeah, like I say, with the vendors, please, the way we're going to do it this year is not just to put the booking form on the website. Please apply direct off the website with the contact us bit first. You apply, so then we can and tell us what you're selling and which event you're interested in. I will put all the dates up on Facebook and on the website possibly tomorrow because I won't have time tonight. Do you know where Julie's gone tonight?
Where?
Julie has actually gone to De Montfort to see Most Haunted.
Actually, oh, bless her.
It's okay, I'll give her a good slapping later. Neil.
Does she want to see some proper paranormal people then?
So the vendors, please contact me via the website. There's a contact form on there. Just state what you're going to be selling and which events you're interested in, and then I will come back to you with a code if you're accepted. Obviously, if you're not accepted, I'll explain why. I will come back to you with a code that you'll need to put in to book your table.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and then because there'll also be the book signings, won't they? People who've got books to sell and the tarot readers, and so we want to make it as we want to make your experience there and your shopping experience as best it can possibly be. So there's no point as having sort of 6 stalls all selling the same thing. We want to try and get as many different stalls selling many different things, all to do with the paranormal and you know, ghost hunting, investigating, that sort of thing. So we want as very varied traders as possible,
yes.
Don't we?
Talking about book signing.
Yeah.
Will you have a book out by then?
I think I might.
I've told her, I've laid down the law. The first Demon Connection book will be available to buy at the first ParaMeet. ParaMeet South
No pressure
The
then.
first Demon Connections book will be ready, and it will be signed by the
Yes.
author.
So if everything goes to plan, and I really try and work hard at this, the Demon Connections book 1 should be out for the first ParaMeet in April. Then my own personal book should hopefully be available for the Midlands ParaMeet. And then
Does it mention me in your own personal book?
Just a lot. No, just a little bit. No. Yeah, so then by the third ParaMeet in October, hopefully we will have the Demon Connections 2 done.
So there you go.
So it's going to be a busy year.
Obviously, the whole team will be at all the ParaMeet. I hope they'll all be at the ParaMeet. Plus, all the ones that helped this year, I hope will be coming back to help next year, because they all worked really hard all weekend.
Yeah, they did.
So, for example, if you want the whole team to sign the Demon Connections book, we will sign it for you.
Yeah.
You'll probably get cheaper if we all sign it.
Yeah, that'll reduce the value quite a bit.
So to end with the vendors, like I say, please apply once I get it. I'm not done it on the website yet. Apply for a table, then I'll send you the passcode for you to book it. Can I use my sick days those weekends, please? The vendors, I'm going to tell you the costing now already. Anyway, the vendors will be £40 for the weekend, same as this year. So it's all three will be £40 for the weekend. We won't be doing day passes for the vendors because it got a bit complicated this year.
It'd be £40 each weekend, when you said all three for £40.
Oh yeah, £40 each one.
Yeah.
So if you want a table all three, it's 40, 40, 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay then. The cost to get into the ParaMeet, obviously, because the locations we're going, and a lot of people said the ParaMeet's too cheap as well. So the day passes for next year for each one is £12 per day, but it'll be £20 for the whole weekend. So if you want to come to one, for example, if you want to come to the ParaMeet South, and that's all, you just pay £20 yes a week. That gives you access all weekend. However, if you want to book on all three within the first couple of weeks that's going on the website, you can get the early bird ticket for £50 for all three. So you save £10.
Yeah, if you're going to come to all three, fantastic
if you want to come
price.
to all three, it's £50 for all three. Hopefully we're going to get some. Paul says it's still good for that value. Thank you. It's important to us to make it cheap enough for people to be able to come.
Yeah.
No, it's some other conferences or conventions that you're talking hundreds of pounds, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay then. Comments are going up too quick now. So it's if you just come to one or come to two, it's £20 for the weekend. You'll have to contact the hotel. Not yet though, because I'm going to have to give you a pass, the code for you to get the discounts. Each one is given as a bedroom discount for our guests. Shiny says, I missed the dates. What are they? I'll go through them again. ParaMeet South is the 13th to the 14th of April. It's at Lee Park Hotel in Wiltshire, which is near Bath. ParaMeet Midlands is the 29th to the 30th of June. And the location is in Inkley, so I can't say which, but those of you who know Inkley probably can guess anyway. The ParaMeet North is the 19th to the 20th of October, and that is at Lumley Castle in County Durham. So that's all the pricing done. That's the dates done. If you got any questions, Emily says, Paul says it's still good value. Emily says, even though on the 13th I'm at a concert, I'm going to drive to this up the South ParaMeet right after. Definitely going to come along to all three. Fantastic, Emily. Mark says I'm great, thanks. That paranormal thing will be back soon. Vicky says fantastic value for money. Vicky says definitely good value. Shiny, missed the dates. Okay then. So yeah, we want to make the ticket prices affordable to anybody. Times are hard at the minute. I know, we know that.
Yeah.
It's times are hard for us. We have to pay gas, electric as well, and food and petrol.
Yeah, but it's, the focus for the ParaMeet is still the same as it's always been. It's our intention to bring as many people together, for them to have fun, for them to make new friends, meet up with old friends, to join in, conversations about locations and venues and equipment and all your experiences. And that's the focus of the ParaMeet. We want to try and bring as many people together as possible so that they can just enjoy a paranormal event with all their friends, and that's what our aim is. It's not about making loads of money, it's about bringing people together.
No, as long as we cover the costs, we're happy. Obviously, if we make a bit of money, that's even better. We can have fish and chips afterwards. Like I say, each one is different. I've not said about what's happening in the evening at Lumley Castle. Let's go through them all again. At Lee Parks, ParaMeet South, in the evening, after the speakers are finished and you've had your tea and all this, we just want to make it so you can sit and talk, have a drink, have a laugh.
And it'll be a social night.
It'll be a social.
It's a social night.
That's what the ParaMeet's all about. In ParaMeet Midlands, in the evening, it's all about the GPN ParaMeet Awards. It'll be a posh do. You gotta wear nice clothes.
And that's a ticketed event, isn't it?
Yeah, there'll be an extra charge for that because we've got to pay the band, and we've got to buy the awards, and there'll be food provided for the awards. Amanda says, watching from Cyprus. That's dedication. Very impressive, Amanda. You're on holiday. So that's the ParaMeet Midlands. ParaMeet North. After the day, in the evening, we're just going to have a big blast out. We're going to have a big party.
A Halloween party.
A Halloween party. Oh yeah, it's nearly Halloween, isn't it? I've not thought about that. We're going to have a big party just because that's the last one of the year.
Yeah.
We're
going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate with all our friends, celebrate the occasion, and celebrate just having a good time.
Lorian says, thank you too. It's such a special events, and I can't wait for next year. Adam says, hey Neil and Jane, what have I missed? You've missed everything, Adam.
Where you been, Adam?
Yeah, I don't know what makes the ParaMeet so special. What do you think?
I think it's because
we've been to a couple of others.
Yeah, I think it's because we have a common interest, and in order to enhance that, to have to progress in that interest, you need, I think, to share it with other people, and you need to share your experiences and share things like different locations and things about your kit and equipment, and just being with like-minded people is absolutely massive. We all know what it's like to perhaps sit at work or to sit with a group of friends who don't do paranormal stuff, and you can't really talk to them about stuff, the ghosties that you've seen or the experience that you had with your SLS or all that sort of stuff. You can't really discuss it with people outside the paranormal because they just think you're an absolute crackpot. Or is that just me?
That's just true. People think you're a crackpot anyway, don't you?
So I think that's what brings us together. It's that common interest, and then it's that it's being with like your paranormal family. It's being with your tribe, and that's what it's all about.
Okay, Adam says, what have I missed? And they've said everything. And then he says, been milking monkeys at the zoo. Yeah. Well,
who'd have thought that was a thing?
We've announced the 3 ParaMeets next year, Adam. Mandy says, what are the dates? Tanith is starting to answer it, but I'll go through them again. So the ParaMeet South, which is at Lee Park Hotel in Wiltshire, which is near Bath, is 13th to the 14th of April. That's ParaMeet South. ParaMeet Midlands is the 29th to the 30th of June, and that will be in Inkley. A cool location, Inkley.
Yeah, it is.
That's when the GPM ParaMeet Awards will be in the evening. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a posh do. I've never been to a posh do before.
You're going to be a bit out of your depth.
I will be. And then ParaMeet North, which will be at Lumley Castle, which is in County Durham, 19th to the 20th of October. So,
I think the awards is going to be a really special thing because there's no other sort of awards thing going on in the paranormal at the moment. And I think it's just going to be really nice for people to just have something really special to go to. And, you know, you heard it here first. The Paranormal Awards is coming to a place near us very soon.
Yeah. Jeanette says, I can't share anything on my Facebook page. Friends on there wouldn't watch it and they would think I'm crazy. Well, they're the crazy ones, Jeanette. So you keep talking to people, weirdos like us.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really excited about the GPM ParaMeet Awards. I must admit
I'm really looking forward to that.
And I've got plans for it, and we've just been making plans for it as well.
We have. It's going to be the Paranormal Oscars.
Yeah, and you will have to buy a ticket for that because but the room will hold 180 people.
180 people.
Round big tables.
18 tables of 10 people. That's what that room holds.
Charlie says, "Weirdos unite." I like that one. So yeah, that's the ParaMeet next year. So that's the big announcement. If you got any questions, I don't know what Ant and Vicky are talking about. And Helen and a Halloween party, we better not lose Emily again then. I don't know what's happening there. Yeah, so it will, on the last one, the ParaMeet North, in the evening, it's just going to be a big party, big Halloween party. Unless you'll be having fancy dress.
Well, I think so. Be good fun.
Okay.
Big fancy dress optional. Not everybody might want to do fancy dress, but I think it would be good fun.
Fancy dress optional. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be good.
Be good, like. Yeah.
I think one of the nice things about the speakers, if you're coming to all three events, there will be slightly different speakers at each event because some of the speakers can't make all three events, and there'll be different sort of speakers in the north and in the south, won't they? But there will be the same core of speakers, but it will be slightly different in each one.
Yeah. Although if the core speakers would like to do all three, that's fine. I am changing the speakers' times a little bit because I think 15 minutes between the speakers wasn't enough.
No.
So there'll be half an hour in between the speakers. So I think I've worked out there'll be 6 speakers each day at each event. Tanith says, when can we buy tickets? Hopefully, if not tomorrow, it'll be definitely this week. I've got to put it on the website. I've not done any work. We only decided today to do this.
Well, it's only just all sort of come because we have been working really quite hard in the background, sort of trying to sort out the venues, visiting places, trying to get the the quotes and the confirmations in and all that sort of thing. So we decided to do the show earlier today to just bring you as much information as we could because it's now all just sort of starting to come together.
Yeah. So the tickets hopefully will be available on the website tomorrow. Amanda says, I've missed the date announcements. I was ordering my pina colada. Okay, Amanda. 13th to the 14th of April for ParaMeet South, 29th to 30th of June for ParaMeet Midlands, and the 19th to the 20th of October for ParaMeet North.
So we will be able to put all this up on the page on the Haunted Antiques on the
website.
Yes, and on the page.
On the Facebook page, yes.
Yes.
Alistair said, when are venues, hotels available to book? As soon as they give me the
we
password,
can announce that, can't we?
I can announce that. It'll be soon.
Just keep your eye on the Facebook pages and on the website.
So Amanda's put all the dates on. Thanks, Amanda. So yeah, so that's our big announcement. I hope to see all of you at least one. Which would be cool, wouldn't it? See everybody at all three.
Yeah.
Lorian is going to talk to a guest speaker, see which ones he would like to do, and as soon as he confirms, we will announce him. And I will contact all the speakers from this year to see if they would like to come back, and if they would like to come back, which venues they would like to speak at. We do know Jane will be doing a talk this year.
Just a little one.
So that's going to be exciting. And for the ParaMeet North, we got special speakers, which we won't announce just yet.
Yes, mystery guests.
Mystery guest speakers.
Mystery speakers.
So yeah, like I say, there'll be 6 guest speakers at each day at each event. So that's 12 at each event.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and we don't need to, if we get more speakers than we can fit in, we don't need to do our talk at the beginning. So we'll just say thanks for coming here. Somebody mentioned T-shirts. Let's talk about T-shirts. This year, doing the T-shirts was a huge success. Thanks mainly to Kathy's selling.
Yeah. And poor little Ben.
And Ben and Lorian, he pressing them all. Next year, we will be doing T-shirts again. Mr. Saw from 100 Magazine will be coming up with a design for us. So that's exciting.
It is.
Yeah. And we'll also be selling Ghost Planet Network T-shirts and hoodies and polo shirts and baseball caps, and
yeah, with some really good merch there.
We're going to town next year. Mark says home to North at least. Brilliant. Tanner says thanks guys, got to go back to work now. Mark Reynolds is excited. Jacqueline says sounds brilliant. Adam says looking forward to it. Good, thanks. You mentioned Yvette earlier, Adam. Julie's gone to see Yvette tonight at Montford Hall. Vicky says, don't tell Emily there will be baseball caps. I know Emily likes the baseball caps, and she can have a Ghost Planet Network one next year. So any questions, please put down in the chat. We can see it and we will answer. And that's our big announcement.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff.
Adam says, hope she has a fab time. So do I. She doesn't get out much, Julie. I don't let her out that much.
Unless she's working.
So, any questions? What are your thoughts then, Jane?
I just think it's going to be amazing because I mean we've been working in the background, so we know a lot more than obviously we can't say everything that's going on at the minute, but I'm just so excited to just do it all again. It's we're doing it 3 times in 3 different locations, which are all really good. They're amazing locations in their own right. So It's going to be fantastic to go to 3 different places, 3 different ParaMeets, but with all the same lovely people under the same roof, just coming together and doing what we do at the ParaMeet.
Mark says, I had to buy 2 t-shirts, got conned into it. All I can say, Mark, is Kathy will be on the t-shirt store next year. All 3. Vicky says, oh, can people see previous comments on the live? Helen's just joined. Yeah, don't scroll, Helen. Yeah, I will be putting this live chat onto the GPN as well tomorrow, probably. I'm going to be busy tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think it's good that we're moving around. I think the ParaMeet is going to be a different, as far as I'm concerned, it's going to be a different location every year. Whether if we do 3 the year after, we will have to talk about.
Yeah, but I think it's good. I mean, as paranormal investigators, we want to go to new locations, don't we? We want to explore and discover these new places, and some of these old places. That's what it's that's what it's all about.
Yeah, everyone's saying hello now. I think Vicky's in trouble. Other ones stay at the same location. I don't want that. We're talking about 2024, 2025. My initial thoughts is ParaMeet Midlands again, but perhaps we'll do ParaMeet Wales
and Scotland,
and perhaps we'll do ParaMeet Scotland in 2025. If I'm still alive, that is. I'm knocking on a bit.
I'm sure you can still come even if you're not.
I'm knocking on a bit now.
Is it still the plan to have you stuffed and put in the corner when you go?
Apparently. Oh God, she's got giggles now.
I just can't get that image out of my head now.
This is what I have to put up with.
Oh.
Alistair says, really looking forward to seeing everyone again. So am I. The only downside to this year's was the organisation from the hotel, which made it hard.
Yeah.
And I don't think the sounds worked as well as we envisaged.
But I don't think that's a bad thing. It was an experiment, and we tried it. We had 60 people in a room trying to do a séance. I'm not sure if that's ever been attempted before, but it was just an experiment, and that's what we do here at the research centre. We try things. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, and if they don't work, we're going to try something else. But I don't think it was a bad thing. It was great to get everybody in a room, and it was good fun. If you take
they did get a lot of activity.
Yeah, there was lots of stuff going on in that room. I just thought it was a lot of fun, and it was difficult to sort of get results and as we would have liked, but at the same time, to get 60 people in a room who wanted to participate in the séance, I think that was great on its own anyway.
That speaks volumes, doesn't it?
Yeah, because like I say, it was an experiment. We didn't know if it was going to work or not. It didn't work as well as we would have liked, but at the end of the day, that's an experiment, and that's what happens in the paranormal, isn't it? You try things, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, and when they don't, we just go off and try something else. And I just thought it was. I thought everybody was in the good spirit of the pun. They're in the good spirit of the spirit of the event, and they all participated, and it was just good fun. I enjoyed it.
Mark says, Neil, has a ghost host interesting something different in testing something different? Vicky says, oh, and a posh frock night. I think that's to Helen. Alistair said it would have possibly been better if the lights could have been turned off. Yeah, it was a bit light in there, but hey, we tried it. I can just remember my thoughts when I opened the door earlier when Jane was doing her stuff. That there's about 20 people in the hallway. I thought, yeah, we can cope with that. This is going to be okay. Closed it. Went back 2 minutes later. Opened the door, and it was a mass.
It was just full.
It just seemed like there was hundreds of people there. And I thought, oh my goodness. But it was okay. It was okay. It could have been better, but yeah, Helen, we are having an award ceremony at ParaMeet Midlands and a Halloween party and Halloween North. Mark says I had something interesting happen to me. You have to tell us. So, any more questions? I think Ellen said, "Is the wine?" Yes, as much wine as you want.
Oh, yes, that was one thing. Because somebody did say about the social area as such, because after we did the seance, a lot of people were really quite buzzing. And I think a lot of people would have liked to have sat down, had a drink and just talked about things. But the bar was closed and everybody had nowhere to go. And that was a little bit disappointing because it was almost like they'd shut the bar while we were all sort of out the way. But at the Midlands venue, we have been assured that the bar will stay open really as long as we want it to. So whereas the guests can stay up and chat for as long as they want. If there's a good group of people, they'll keep the bar open.
Sounds good, didn't it? So yes, it's very exciting. Jacqueline said 3 of us had a drink in mind. Gutted the bar was shut at 11.
Yeah, see, that was a bit of a party pooper. Because paranormal investigators, when we've all been sort of working and doing stuff, you're a bit on a bit of a high, aren't you? You're sort of buzzing a bit. And I know with myself, it takes me a good while to sort of come down from when I've been working. So I can't go to bed straight away. And I do like to sit and chill out for a bit and just sort of wind down. And it was just unfortunate that we didn't have the space to do that and that they shut the bar early, but that's not going to happen at the next one.
Ant says, I have an important question. Can I get back to work now? Yeah, go and do some parcels, Ant. Vicky says, Jane, you should have joined us outside. We had a little party going on. I bet you did. Vicky said, "Nah, Ant, stay with us." So it's I really, really hope you're all looking forward to it. I really hope that you can all come to at least one of them. If you can come to 3, that's even better. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, you're going to have terrible FOMO if you don't come to all 3.
Yeah. Plus, if you book on all 3, you get early bird discount on the price. I will try and get all the details on the website tomorrow. Yeah, I will succeed. I'll do it.
Yeah.
So I'll get cracking first thing in the morning, typing it all up and getting all the prices on everything.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. But just while everything's sort of getting set up, just keep your eye on the Facebook page and on the website. And then as soon as things become available, you can start booking your tickets.
Yeah. Please book early. Vicky says, really looking forward to all 3 next year. Going to be amazing. They've got the potential. It has got the potential because we're doing 3 in 3 different parts of the country. It's got the potential to be really, really something special. Especially because we're doing something different on all 3 in the evenings. For example, I'll go through it again. In the south, it's just a social night. It's not a party or anything in the evening. It's just a social night. We're just going to have the room. You can get drunk if you want. I better not drink because I'll get just...
You see, that was one of the things I sort of missed a little bit at Brownsover Hall because I saw so many people that I wanted to know, and it would have just been nice to go sort of from table to table to table and sit with people and have a chat and have a catch up and then go and sit with somebody else. But we couldn't quite do that at Brownsover Hall.
And that's what you'll be able to do. I think we've got 5 rooms at South and 5 rooms up North. And there's a few rooms in the Midlands as well, isn't there? We're having, so there's going to be plenty of room, and they're all together. You're not going to go and see the speakers at one part of the hotel, then go half a mile to the other side to see the vendors. Because I did choose a hotel in Plymouth for the South, but the speakers would have been on the 2nd floor, and the vendors and everything else would have been on the ground floor. I thought, no, that's not what ParaMeet's about. Paul said, "Is there a discount for group bookings?" Yeah. Right, we've got an early bird booking. If you've got any suggestions for group bookings, let me know, Paul. I'm open to discounts for group bookings. For example, if you buy so many tickets, you get a discount. Anne says, I might come to one unless someone twists my arm. Sorry, Anne, you volunteered for all three.
Yeah.
Vicky just says, Anne, I'm twisting your arm. You'll be doing all three. Need my other ghosty buddy. So yeah, so that's it. South will be in the evening. It's just going to be a social evening to sit and talk, and have a drink. And the Midlands in the evening is going to be the GPM ParaMeet Awards, which is going to be fantastic. And the ParaMeet North is going to be a party, Halloween party. So that's what we got planned.
And there's more to come.
What?
When we get things finalised. This is just the beginning, isn't it?
Shani says, I'll be there. I am director of the UK and UBIS Paranormal Research Centre and also ESB. Be good to see you, Shani. Please. Also, it's down to you guys as well as us to spread the word about the ParaMeet. You know, my posts on Facebook don't go to as many as it should do. So it's up to you, all you people, to share it and tell people as well. That's the most important.
Is there a page?
There is a ParaMeet page, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I say, I will be contacting the speakers from this year, to see if they want to come back and which ones they want to come back to. Emily says, looking forward to it. Love the last one. As Vicky told you, Emily, we're going to have Ghost Planet Network baseball caps. I know you like your baseball caps. Amy says, hi guys, have I missed much? Amy,
flipping heck.
We're finishing. You've missed everything.
Where you been?
What can I say? School report must try harder to be on time, Amy. I hope, seriously, I hope everything's okay, Amy. Vicky says, no, don't tell her. Oh, oops, told her now. Anne says, can I have a GPN baseball cap, please? Yes. Some junk coming on, but never mind. We're gonna finish anyway.
Yes, and we will see you all soon.
Jacqueline says, miss more than Adam.
Oh dear.
Well, as the general manager of the centre, Amy, it's just not good enough. Just joking. So, any final questions? You got 2 minutes to get your final question in, and then we're going to go because I've got work on the website to do by the looks of it.
I have just had a bit of an idea, but I'll tell you afterwards. Okay
then.
Just in case it's crap.
Yeah, okay then. Yeah, I hope everything's okay, Amy. I know you've had a bad weekend. Anne says discount on hotel rooms. Yes, all three hotels have said they will give our guests a discount. We're going to have they're not available to book just yet, and they're going to have to give me a discount code that you're going to quote. Shani says, what was in the Pandora's box? The Pandora's box was is it a vanity mirror?
Oh, was it Jacqueline's?
It was Jacqueline's vanity mirror. So that was what in the Pandora's box, and the confessional booth didn't work this year.
Not as well as we would have liked.
So, but I think they're good ideas. So we will get that sorted for next year. Emily says, I'll be first in line for a hat. Good. Vicky says, just tell us, Jane. No one else is listening.
Do you want me to tell you? Do you really want me to? Right. So I think we're on our social night. This is just an idea, by the way. On our social night on the Saturday night, we could perhaps do like a pub quiz. where the
paranormal
teams,
pub quiz.
yeah, where the teams, you can be in teams and you can do the pub quiz, and so you'll we can do all the question papers, but you'd have to sort of pay for that if you like. So £1 a sheet or £2 a sheet, and all the money from those sheets we will donate to a disabled charity of Jane's choice.
Jane Mortimer's choice.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. There you go. You heard it first. You heard it at the same time as me. Okay, then. It's a question for you. Iona says, do you have any advice for someone that has an evil doll that seems to be possessed by both a child and an evil entity? Much appreciated. What's
that? I didn't quite catch all of that. So do you have any advice for someone that has an evil
evil doll
that seems to be possessed by both a child and an evil entity? To be honest, I'd actually have to have the doll to actually sort of work with the doll. I don't know where you live or if you're local to the centre, but if you are, you could bring it up and we could do some work with it, and then we could see. It's tricky to sort of perhaps give advice because I don't really know. I would need a lot more information to sort of try and give you some better advice. But if you do live local, you're quite welcome to bring the doll in and we can do some work with it and see what's there.
Yeah, if you're local to us, or you can post it to us. I'm not saying give it to us. You can just send it to Jane at the centre, and Jane can tell you what exactly is attached to it, and Jane can either get rid of, if it is evil, Jane can get rid of the spirit, or Jane will deal with it as she sees fit.
Yeah, I can do that if that's what you want.
In response to Vicky's comment, and no, I need you in that. Ant is part of the HAPRC team. That's all I'll say. But I can't be part of it if I'm coming up with questions, can I?
Well, we can.
Hey, we'll win, won't we?
That's what they have to. Well, we'll have a prize. We'll have a prize for the winner.
We'll have a prize.
I just think it'd be nice because we're in the south, and that's where Jane is, isn't it? And
yes.
there was.
That's a good idea.
We wanted to make these ParaMeets as inclusive as possible, and that included the disabled sort of access and. I think there was a few, there was 3 or 4 people with wheelchairs,
There's
and
at least
some
3.
of them were struggling with access, even just to the toilet and things. So it's, I just think this would be something to just help members of our community in the paranormal that aren't fully abled, and it would just, it'd be a bit of fun as well. You can be in your teams and.
Yeah, I understand. Thanks. If you want to contact myself or Jane, if you want to contact me on our page, you're obviously watching it on the page, I can put you in contact with Jane anyway. Iona, certainly don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean the best thing. Well, I would probably say I really would to do work with the doll. I would need to sort of be with it.
So yeah, but other people might tell you to sage it and stuff like that, but.
Sage doesn't really do a lot. It just sort of masks it for a little bit, but it doesn't really get to the bottom of things.
So so we're going to have the paranormal quiz for the South, the GPM ParaMeet Awards in the Midlands,
and the Halloween party.
Halloween fancy dress. So shall we have awards for the best fancy dress?
I think so. Yeah, make them put a bit of effort in. You can win a prize.
Win a prize? What
points mean prizes?
So anyway, so that is our big announcement for ParaMeet next year. I hope you are all as excited as we are. It's a lot of work for us leading up to it, but then it's going to be a lot of work for the Haunted Happenings guys on the days. They got 90. Yeah. You'll have a few hour-long investigations. Those 3.
Yeah.
So that's it. So if you've got any questions after this show finishes, just please message me and I will get back to you. But I will try and put all the dates on and prices and how to book tickets on our website tomorrow. So that's about it, isn't it?
It is. That's it. That's all you get for your money tonight.
No, we're on overtime. Jane will want paying overtime now. It's 9:05.
Yeah, what's double nothing? Ooh,
Nothing.
Nothing.
So Ant's going to go back to work, and
all the other people are all going to go away really excited and wait for those tickets to go up.
Vicky says it took me nearly 2 weeks to come down from the last one.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It was just, you're just on such a high when it came down. You know, it was took me a few days to acclimatise.
It's a funny feeling in it. It's kind of relief that it's over. It was for me.
Yeah.
It was relief that we pulled it off again. But then you think, oh, I wish we could do it all week.
Yeah. We're not doing a week-long one, are we?
No. No. You really would want paying for a week.
Oh.
Amy said it took me nearly 2 weeks to recover from it. Yeah, but the good thing about next year is it takes you 2 weeks to recover from the ParaMeet South, and then couple of weeks later, you've got another one. You can do it all again.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
Mark says the highlight of my year. I'm still jet lagged, by the way. It was great seeing you, Mark, and I really appreciate you talking. Hopefully, you can come to at least the October one if you're back in England. Anne says I'm still recovering, I think. So watch out for all the details coming through.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of updates coming.
And please book your tickets early. We sold more in the first 2 weeks this year than the rest of the 12 months, which is good. So if you want to be a vendor, apply. Just fill in the form on the website and apply. And
so just think, when you're doing your Christmas shopping, if there's somebody who you could get a ticket for, it's well worth considering.
Alistair said, where will the Midlands one be held? It'll be held in Inkley. I can't say the hotel because I'm waiting for an email just for the final confirmation. That's all it is. We've agreed on everything. We just need the final confirmation. But it will be in Inkley. So dead smack bang in the middle of England. And on that note, I'm getting tired. We're going to say goodnight. Thanks for watching, everybody. There's been a lot of viewers tonight, so we will see you soon.
So take care.
Bye.
See you all soon. Bye.